Capricorn, the week of July 7th to 13th will take you beyond your usual sense of control. This won't be a storm or a revolution, but it's the week when internal tectonic plates, the ones you've been holding still for years, will start to shift. The most important part? Listen until the end. Because by the end of the week, you'll face a decision that may change everything. The week will begin with a mild sense of disappointment. You'll look at familiar things and suddenly realize they no longer work. People you relied on are busy with their own problems. Systems that used to function now stall. Your usual efficiency doesn't bring the same results. It might throw you off balance, but this is actually the beginning of a new internal rebuild. From Monday to Wednesday, life will test you. Are you building on outdated foundations, or are you ready to create new ones? On Tuesday or Wednesday, there might be a conversation that seems meaningless at first, but a couple of days later, you'll mentally return to it and realize there was a hidden clue in it. Someone around you might unexpectedly voice exactly how you feel, or, on the contrary, ignore what you're saying. And for the first time, you'll question whether you really want to keep walking alongside these people. At work, the week will require focus. On the surface, everything might look like a regular workflow, but inside, you'll sense a shift. What used to inspire you may feel like a chore. What you used to dismiss may suddenly catch your attention. That's the real reset. Capricorns are known for their endurance. But now you must ask yourself honestly, are you heading in the right direction? Especially midweek, you may feel overlooked, like your opinion doesn't count. Don't stay silent. You don't need to make a scene. Just calmly state your stance. Not for pride, for self-respect. Financially, the week looks stable. If you don't start compensating emotional exhaustion with impulse shopping, you might feel tempted to treat yourself, especially on Thursday or Friday. That's fine if it genuinely gives you energy. But don't try to cover emotional gaps with purchases that have no real impact. Instead, direct your money towards structure, tools, equipment, project investments. This week favors long-term strategy, things that won't pay off instantly but will build solid foundations. In relationships, everything will depend on your willingness to speak. You often believe your actions speak for themselves. But this week, your partner might crave warmth, words, signs of affection. Not because you're cold, but because you hold emotions inside. Now is the time to show them. A little. Not like in the movies, but honestly. One real conversation could release tension that's been building for months. If you're single, a meeting is possible, but only if you step out of your comfort zone. This week provokes spontaneity. It pushes you toward a choice you wouldn't normally make. And that might just lead to a connection that surprises you. Physically, this week will be challenging. Fatigue may build up quietly. You'll do everything as usual, but feel like it takes twice the effort. This isn't laziness. It's emotional overload. And if you don't begin to unpack it, your body will start resisting. Take a pause. At least one evening. No tasks, no schedule. Just let go. Now for the most important part. The key day of the week is Sunday. On Sunday, you might experience an inner shift. No fireworks, no grand gestures. But you'll feel it clearly. You can't keep pretending that everything is fine. You may decide to walk away. Or to stay, but under new terms. To take responsibility. Or finally let go of someone else's. Sunday brings clarity. And if you don't fear it, you'll start living differently. Slowly. On your terms. But differently. If this week were an image, it would be a mountain you've climbed through fog. And finally, the clouds part. You see the peak. You see the path. You see what's next. And you stand there, with no more doubt. Yes, this is my way. Capricorn, You're used to not asking, not showing weakness, not burdening others with your struggles. But right now, the bravest thing you can do is admit you're tired. And you want more than just to survive. You want to live. And you have every right to. The week of July 7th to 13th gives you a new framework. All that's left is to accept it. If this horoscope resonates, don't lose it. Come back to it on Sunday when your heart feels a little quieter and your mind feels clearer. And if you want to keep getting this kind of support right when you need it, subscribe. Because what comes next won't be easier, but it will be more honest.